investigating and putting a stop to the sage's activities. As for how we should pull that off...
Oh, good point.
Let's continue our chat here.
Okay, so do you have any...
Actually, I've already done a little bit. We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them. After all, I've already tried that. It seems that from the
Have you already caught the sage?
I'm guessing not yet. But this trusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legend. In any case, No way.
You mean it'd be too easy?
No, it's not that. We should... Doing that would be ignoring the safety of...
That's a good point. Spoken like... Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already.
According to a popular theory from the...
Okay, but aren't you the god of...
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
You're saying we should recruit a spy? Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes...
Actually, I already have someone in mind. You...
Setaria. Paimon remembers now. We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean...
I've always liked observing all kinds of people. And Setaria has all... She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her...
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest. Later on, she was soon after. The star witnessed. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
From the sound of it, Setaria's just hung up on the research, but she doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right?
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. Right. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Setaria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. To prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite... This should be Sataria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
So should...
No, I already have enough information on Sataria. The most important thing now,
Talking style and...
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom.
Huh? Really? Nahida, you...
Shh. My friend... Uh-huh. It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Hmm?
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Love prospects? No problem at all. Oh, the one who is fated to cross your path will appear on... Huh? So many people will fall for you. How could that be? Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most
Is that so?
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit...
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite stalls?
yep, it belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Samari City, so she still comes when I start talking with him. Listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret. And I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making...
So is your father still...
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough Mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods.
No problem. Rest.
This should be our final stop. Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia. So she always comes by.
Nahida, you...
It's my duty to protect Samari City.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before. Huh? If I recall, you were
Ah, that's right. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But I'm still
What an admirable spirit for learning.
Sure, but...
So this restaurant has a basement as well?
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees...
I see. Yes, that makes sense.
Thank you so much.
So, was that everybody?
Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for Setaria.
What's the point of all the information?
Setaria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibility. I remember that you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormos are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of the Scarlet King. Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Setaria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to take advantage of the guilt Setaria feels about her. Although she knew she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
Well, the Scarlet King is long gone, and Setaria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks. If we simply engaged her under the guise of the Scarlet King's believers, she would But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her,
So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just...
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply that they've already converted to the faith of the Scarlet King, and then convey our made-up will of the Scarlet King. As long as everything goes smoothly...
So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you...
Exactly.
Huh? Best of luck!
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing...
Huh. That is pretty convenient.
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it.
Alright, then let's give it a go to...
there's still a long road ahead.
I'm so sleepy.
What'd they do this time?
I promise to keep you safe.